That's pleasantly fun. Yeah? The radians have nothing to do with this because it's not a trig function. So it doesn't matter. So see if you can answer, what's the limit as x approaches 2 of this function? What do you guys think? It should be 5. I heard a couple different answers. Check, check your table. Again, you can, if you put this in correctly, the whole top in a parenthesis, the whole bottom in parenthesis. And again, if you have the new operating system, it'll just put it as a fraction, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. It'll just make the fraction for you, so you don't have to worry about those goofy things, or those problems. So get that if you don't have it. So this thing approaches, the limit as x approaches 2. From the left, it goes towards 5. From the right, it goes towards 5. So the limit exists, and the limit is equal to 5. Does that make sense, you guys? Yes?
So basically, when you're at 2 on the x-axis, you're trying to see what point.
What's the y value? Yeah. The limit value is the y value, or function value, okay? So, to show another example, let's answer this question. What's the limit as x approaches -2? Well, there's a problem there. Even though it looks like a line, check your table. What happens at -2?
Error.
Why is there an error, Roxana? There's a big glaring error at -2 for this function. Yeah, your denominator would equal 0. That's bad. Okay? So really what this graph is, it's a line with a hole in it. Because you can put in any value. You can put in -1.99999. That would be fine. You can put in -2.00001. That's fine. You just can't put in one specific point, the -2. Okay? Well, let's see what's happening here. Let's see, why does it look like a line? Great job. Factor this for me. You guys ever factor this for me and tell me what you get? Give it a shot. Check with your group. Yeah? Good. That means we're getting beyond your comfort level. That makes me happy. Did we get this when we factored it? X plus 2 times x plus 3? Okay, so what's happening to this function? For every point that you put in for x, these are always going to cancel out, leaving you just with the x plus 3 value. Does that make sense? At 1, this is going to be 4. This is going to be 4. I'm sorry, at 1, this is going to be 3 divided by 3. Those cancel out. And then 4. You know what I'm saying? So you're just going to be left with an output of 4. It's going to model the x plus 3, because these are always going to cancel out, except for one specific point. At -2, this is going to be 0, this is going to be 1, this is going to be 0, leaving you with this weird 0/0 form, which is kooky time. Population this. Does that make sense? So, well, what happens? Well, if you're talking about f of -2, what's the answer? If I want to know the function value at -2, what is the specific function value at -2, Sonia? It doesn't exist. DNE does not exist. The function value at -2 does not exist. To ask a completely different question, Wayman, a completely different question than this is, what is the limit as x approaches -2 of f of x? What is this asking that's different than this one? What's happening over here? Some stuff over here, Jackie. Yes. The limit has nothing to do with the function value at -2. I want to know the limit from the left. As you approach -2 from the left side, what value is the function approaching? Yes? I was going to say, hold on a second. Wait. We're going to guess that. This one's good. This one does. Hold on a second. Hold on to that. The limit as x approaches negative 2 from the left, what value is it approaching? It's going towards something.
1.
It's approaching 1. Does that make sense? The limit from the left approaches 1. What about the limit from the right? It also equals 1. Since the limit from the left approaches 1 and is equal to the limit from the right, the limit exists and it's equal to that value. Okay? Limit just asks about approaching. It does not ask about function values. Okay? And let me show you another example. This one right here. Everyone take a look at 31. I got it up on the board here. Let me ask you this question. Check out this x equals 1. Do you see it, Rafi? Okay, let's approach 1 from the left. What's the limit of this function as you approach 1 from the left? As you approach 1 from the left, what's the y value the function's going towards? I heard a couple different answers. As you go, come here from the left side, what y value is it approaching? It's going up towards 1. You see that? As you approach 1 from the left side, where is the y going? The y is going towards this point right here. What's the limit as x approaches 1 from the right? Well, you start over here, and you move your x values towards 1 from the left, or from the right. What does the y value approach? 0. So from the left, it approaches 1. From the right, it approaches 0. The limit from the left does not equal the limit from the right. So what does that mean, Amina? The limit does not exist. You can say that now. You can say that now. Does the function value f of 1 exist? It does. Where do you see graph? Again, what is at 1? Where do you see picture? Where do you see the graph? At 0. F of 1 is right here. It's that colored dot. Not there, there. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? Okay. So let me ask you this. What is the limit as x approaches 0 from the left? Yeah, the limit approaches 0. What's the limit as x approaches 0 from the right? The function approaches 0. What does that mean about the limit at 0? Yeah, the limit does exist because the limit from the left equals the limit from the right. So the limit does exist and it's equal to that value. One last question. Time flies when you're having fun. What is f of 0? F of 0 is 1. There's the picture. See what I'm saying? Those are two different questions.